So without further ado, let's get into the program. First of all, welcome to Dr. Cosmas Chiteme. He is the Director Power from DSI. I hope I was audible enough. Dr. Cosmas holds a doctorate in physics from the University of Wits, and he's got more than 15 years experience in the field of materials fabrication and characterization. In his current post as Director Power, he is responsible for the Hydrogen Infrastructure Center of Competence, the Coal CO2 to X program, as well as the Energy Storage program. Cosmas' current interests are in technology roadmap development, innovation management, technology commercialization, and all of it in collaboration with national and international partners. Cosmas, over to you.
Thank you, Jan, for the introduction. Good afternoon, colleagues. It's indeed a pleasure for me to be part of this discussion today. I must say thank you to the CSIR for extending the invite for me to give the opening remarks on behalf of the Department of Science and Innovation. I would like to thank all of you for being here today, and I'm really looking forward to some very stimulating discussions on a very relevant topic, which is the hydrogen economy. I think we all are aware of where we are as a country, and the fact that we have made it very clear, not only to ourselves, but to the international community, that we want to be a significant player within the hydrogen economy. And we have made our case very clear on the basis of the resource endowment that we have in the form of platinum group metals, and the need to really locally beneficiate that resource endowment for the benefit of the South African economy and for the benefit of the South African people. So I think it is a very clear objective as far as we are concerned, because we are coming from a historical context where these minerals were being taken out of the country in unbeneficiated form. So we have got an opportunity to reverse that. And other than the platinum group metals, in this case, I'm talking about 6 of them, which includes platinum, palladium, osmium, ruthenium, rhodium, to say these are the resources that we have, and they are critical inputs into the hydrogen and fuel cell technology space. So we have got that opportunity to really get them in a form that is value added. And these are the forms that other countries are actually also developing these technologies. But we have got the added advantage that we can actually use the resources that we have to develop the supply chain that would then support and anchor our hydrogen economy. The other point I want to make is I think when the Hydrogen South Africa strategy was approved by Cabinet, the main focus was actually to beneficiate those minerals. But as the program evolved while we were implementing it, we started to see the impact that it could have in terms of supporting our energy security, and with a link to our renewable energy resources. There's a very good synergy there, and again, an opportunity for us to actually create some export commodities in the form of green hydrogen and green ammonia. So the Hydrogen South Africa program, which we all funded as taxpayers, has created capabilities from knowledge products to human resource capabilities that have actually enabled us as a country to be recognized globally as a significant player in this space. I think we shouldn't beat ourselves thinking that we are behind the curve. It's a question of, in some cases, resources. But we are actually at a point where other countries are actually looking at South Africa to actually provide some of those value-added components like catalysts and membrane electrode assemblies. So I think a few months ago, several months ago, which is about 18 months from now, we embarked on a process to develop the Hydrogen Society Roadmap, which was released by Minister Nzimande in February this year. And I think that document, for those of you who have had the opportunity to read it, it clearly articulates the vision that we have in terms of developing the hydrogen economy, and also links to other policy documents like the Just Transition Framework that has just been approved by Cabinet and is being led by our sister department, the Department of Mineral Resources and Energy. So we are now in a space where the enabling policy environment is being created for us to be able to implement the action plan that is articulated within that roadmap. And may I emphasize the fact that we followed a very comprehensive and inclusive process in terms of consulting all stakeholders across the public, the private sector, as well as civil society and academia in developing that roadmap. So I would want to really appeal to all of us to read that document, find your niche within that document where you can actually play a role and contribute to the implementation of the Hydrogen Society Roadmap. So I think one of the things that we've also been very conscious about is we are not in a country that is operating on its own within this space. We've got to find ourselves relevant within the global hydrogen economy. And we have done that through our membership of the International Partnership for Hydrogen and Fuel Cells in the Economy, which is, whose acronym is the IPHE. And I'm happy to announce that through the efforts that we have made as a country, we are actually taking over the chairpersonship of the IPHE at the end of November. And the DSI will then represent the country within that forum. And I think this presents a very good opportunity for us not only to promote South African participation within the global hydrogen economy, but actually to promote the role of the African continent, because most of the resources that are going to be used within the emerging energy technologies or the low carbon economy are coming from South Africa, as well as within the broader Southern African Development Community region. So I think there are opportunities for regional integration and opportunities for coordination, partnerships, as well as developing the necessary skills with a particular focus on our young graduates who are actually bearing the brand of unemployment. So, Program Director, thank you so much for the opportunity. And I actually look forward to some very detailed engagements and some critical assessment of ourselves as a country and where we need to improve to really leverage on this opportunity. Thank you very much.